Hi guys, never say these 8 things to a woman. They'll almost always backfire on you. Number 1, you're my everything. Telling a woman she's your everything is the fastest way to destroy your own value. You hand over all your power and put her on a pedestal. Now she's looking down at you. Women don't respect that. They're wired to be drawn to a man who stands on his own, not one who revolves his whole world around her. The moment you make her the center of your world, you've already lost. She'll lose respect for you and you'll lose control over the situation. Never put her above yourself. Number 2, I don't know what I would do without you. When you say something like, I don't know what I would do without you, or I'd be lost without you, you're not just showing reliance, you're telling her you have no sense of self without her. You're basically admitting that you can't function on your own, which screams emotional dependency. Women want men who know where they're going in life, whether they have a woman or not.
Ooh, yes. Gentlemen, ladies, listen up. It's another lesson. Hey, for those of you that have been following me, you know I've been married 20 years, okay? Been through 2 divorces. Understand one thing. We are now at a point in society where women literally feel that they're running the show. And it's not working well for them because it's outside of the natural order. Women want a man who is in control, but yet she wants to control him. And so the subject that we're going to be discussing today is how you should conduct your marriage in order to stay in control of it. A woman wants the man to be in control, but society pushes her to be ultra aggressive, be the boss, stay in control. And because she's the weaker of the 2 sexes, she's going to push for control because inherently she knows that this control is a major part of her survival. She knows that if I can control the man, I can get his resources. I can make sure that he keeps working for me. I can make sure that inherently I will be okay. To hell with him, I'll be okay. As long as he's working for me, I'll be okay. But I have to make sure that the money he's making is coming to me. So understand this, my friends, because this is another conundrum that women have to put up with. On one hand, she wants a man who's in control, who's strong, who's a leader. But on the other hand, she has to ensure that she leads or have some measure of control in order to secure her survival.
We women really will step on our own toes. We will. We talk too much. We think we know it all. And we come on here yapping our mouths. We don't know how to play the role of being a woman. We want to be in control. We want to control the man. We won't let the man be the man. We're not playing our position. Tell me I'm lying. Which one of you women gonna take accountability that you know you talk too fucking much? I'll be the first one. That's why I don't show my face like that on here. I let the post talk and the music I play talk. I don't need to do all.
So that's what we're going to deal with today, my friends. Subscribe, book a session if you having any problems in your relationship. And of course, pick up my Content Creators Toolkit and join the membership system. It's free, my friends. Absolutely free. We're starting to record live meetings. I posted the first one yesterday. And so, if you want to leverage the power of my YouTube channel and want to build yours and you have something important to say and you want some visibility, by all means, get in contact with me. I'm trying to build an entire community. I'm one of these guys that feel that we rise together. I'm not interested in building on my own. We will all rise together. So, by all means, either contact me at paul@askanolderman.com. If you want to be part of the group sessions where you have your input, by all means, hit me up. Okay? But just so that you know, I want to keep it civil. I'm not into this whole ratchet shit, bang, yang, back and forth. No, I want people who have something intellectual to say. Listen, I'm not looking for the crazy back and forth and the aggressiveness. I want good intellectual conversations that people can get value from, not the screaming and the irritation. That's not what this channel is about. Okay? So hit me up. Now, back to this subject. Now, listen, this came up because I was working out with one of my Indian brothers in the gym yesterday. Older man, late 40s. He's been married from a very young age. And, one thing I love about the Indians, they tend to keep their married life quite private. But he made something slip yesterday. He said, I said, how's the wife? How's the family? He said, oh, family's good. I said, but I can see that look on his face, I said, come on, man, what's going on? He said, my wife is just, English isn't his first language. He said, you know, my wife just thinks that everything is about her. And I said, oh, okay, a bit of narcissism. He said, yes, it's the good word. He said, she thinks that she's never wrong. I said, okay, this is normal for women. He said, why is this? He said, I'm the one that work. I'm the one that go out and do everything. I said, what does she do? She just sits there and she takes care of the house. I said, okay, she's a housewife. He said, yeah. I said, so why is she like this? He said, I have no idea. She just thinks that she just wants to control and do everything. I said, my friend, this is part of life with wives. And I said, have you spoken to her? Have you told her, listen, get it together? Oh, no, I can't tell her this. This, my friends, is where you're going wrong. We have been conditioned as men and as society that we cannot talk to a woman in any form or fashion that would hurt her feelings. We can't tell her she's fat, she's eating too much. No, we can't tell her that. She can tell us that. She can tell the man that. But never ever tell her that. Oh, do I look fat in this outfit? Don't you dare say yes. No. Tell her, yeah, you look fat in that outfit. The outfit is too tight and you've gained weight. We have to be honest with women, because if we continue down this road of coddling women's feelings, they ultimately think that they're goddesses. This is what we're creating. Look at this. I'm just warning you, gentlemen. Close your eyes if you can't handle this.
Fit. This is the fit. I look cute. So the bodysuit is from Yitty. This cute little white top. I know y'all gonna ask about it. I literally brought a white shirt from Amazon and cut it myself because I couldn't find a plus size version for plus size women. They only had extra large on Amazon. Amazon work on that. The purse is from Canal Street. My grandmother got it from me. I know that's right. I had to use a silver chain because I lost my gold extender. But it's okay though, because I'm still eating the hose up. The hair looks good. If you're into the wig, it's in the link in my bio. So yeah, go check that out. It's giving Pilates, right? And I cut the shirt like this too. I put the, girls, do it your damn self. Don't wait on nobody. Don't look for no company to give it to you. If you can't find it, make it your damn self. I look good. Okay, but I'll catch y'all in the next video. Bye.
This is what we create, where there's no accountability, no responsibility. This woman can barely breathe the words out. She can barely breathe as she's talking. She's literally a couple of whoppers away from freaking keeling over. But yet she is confident enough to think that she looks hot. I look cute. But the rest of society coddles her behavior. We are responsible for her ultimate early death. And that is the same thing that is occurring in the home. When we keep pedestalizing our wives and our girlfriends, not calling out their flaws, not calling out their bad behavior. And so we sit in silence as men. We suck it up, and then we go to the gym and we talk to all the men about how bad it is, and then go home and listen to it all over again. And then the freaking cycle keeps repeating itself instead of solving the freaking problem at the source. Tell your damn wife, man, get your shit together. I don't find your behavior acceptable, because I can assure you, my friend, the day that you stop producing, pulling in the money, her lifestyle changes, you will hear it, my friend. You will never hear the last of it. So get it together and talk to your wives, talk to your girlfriends in a fashion that make them know that they are screwing up. There are things that you don't like, and whether they like it or not. But I can assure you, my friends, these women will respect you more. She'll bitch and moan and cry for a bit, but after that, you won't have that problem. Because, gentlemen, you got to understand that women are going to be fed this kind of shit here. These type of little subtle memes and jokes that women share with their husbands, and men participate in this same crap. You are contributing to the problem. You men have to stop freaking working with women with this type of shit. Demeaning men. How women see their husbands when they're broke. So once again, hey, you're broke, you're ugly. That's the man I'm married to. All of these little subtle pokes and punches. Women say, oh, I was just joking. I was just this. It destroys the man slowly. It's like picking. It's like scratching at nice, clean skin. That's just a scratch. But if you continue to freaking scratch, over time, it becomes a wound. Over more time, it becomes a gash. And eventually, it will get infected. That's when your man pulls away.
Is that a real challenge for women? Because if you post the picture with little skin, you get all sorts of attention. Yeah. Getting attention from random people online feels good.
It's a drug, and you get this reminder that I don't need to tolerate this man. I don't need to tolerate this man. I don't need to tolerate this man. Now, sometimes you're with a bad man, and it's a good thing to remind yourself of that. But what I would say is the reason why I encourage everybody to be fully faithful in relationships, men and women, I encourage them to be faithful and committed, is because you get to the outcome sooner. And what I mean by this is if I'm dating you and I'm fully committed to you, I'm fully loyal to you, and then I realize you're still disrespectful, you're not being kind to me, you're not giving me attention, I know I did my best. Bye. But if I'm talking to other guys, I'm posting online, I'm like, well, I also did this, and maybe that's why he did that. And guys will be like, well, I always slept with other girls, maybe that's why she slept with her ex. They muddy the water so much that they end up accepting toxicity in the relationship.
Now, this is the other part of the issue. So we get women who are watching content that shows her that, number one, she's amazing. Number two, the man is not up to her par if he's not bringing in all the money that makes her feed her obsession of endless purchasing. Okay? Forget about just the bills and stuff being paid and she don't have to worry about anything. She needs that extra shit to go on vacations and go shopping and go fine dining. When the man can't provide those things, he's broke. So she's getting endless amount of information online that tells her that she's not married to the best man. You combine that with the man at home telling her, oh, baby, you're the best. I can't live without you. I can't do... What do you think this is doing to a woman's head? Let me finish off this first video I was playing in the beginning because this woman really brings it together on some of the things men shouldn't say, okay?
If you rely on her for survival or direction, you're essentially telling her that you lack purpose, and that makes you a liability, not an asset. And women don't want to carry that burden. The second she feels responsible for your sense of stability or direction, she'll lose respect for you, and with it, any kind of attraction. Number 3, I'll never hurt you. Telling her I'll never hurt you is setting yourself up to fail, because nobody's perfect. And when you promise something like this, she'll hold it over your head the second you slip up and never let you forget it. Women want a man who owns up to his mistakes and moves forward. When you make unrealistic promises like this, you're only giving her ammunition to use against you in the future. Number 4, you're too good for me. This one is pure self-sabotage. The second you say she's too good for you, you're showing her that you don't believe in your own worth. And trust me, once she senses that, she'll start to agree. Women don't want a man who puts himself down. They want someone who knows his value and doesn't need her for validation to feel good about himself. Number 5, you complete me. Telling her she completes you is one of the most detrimental things you can say. You're basically admitting that you're not whole enough on your own, which is a huge red flag. The moment you need her to make you feel whole, you've lost her respect, and that kills attraction fast. Women want a man who's solid by himself, not someone who relies on others to fill those gaps. Number 6, tell me what you want me to do. Constantly asking her what she wants you to do is a dead giveaway that you lack leadership. Women don't want to lead. They're wired to want a man who knows where he's going and what he's doing. If you're always looking for her for direction, you're showing that you're incapable to take the reins and lead. Number 7, I'll always be here for you no matter what. This sounds like loyalty, but really it's an invitation for her to walk all over you. When she knows you'll never leave no matter what, she can start testing your boundaries and taking your presence for granted. Women don't respect a man who has no limit. You have to show her that you won't be her doormat or tolerate disrespect. Number 8, I'll do anything to make/keep you happy. When you tell a woman this, you're basically saying that her happiness is more important than your own standards, boundaries, and self-respect. You're willing to sacrifice anything just to please her, which puts you in a very weak, vulnerable, submissive position. Pleasing her at the cost of your own integrity will only push her away. And once she sees that you'll do anything to keep her happy, she'll lose respect for you very quickly. If you want her to respect you, you have to drop the lines that hand over your power. The moment you put her above yourself, you've already lost.
Ooh, she dropped those nuggets hard. hard. I know each and every one of you men out there are telling your wives one or all of these things, thinking that, oh, you're the best husband ever. No, you're setting your freaking marriage up to fail.
Do y'all realize that the black community has trained its men to not be abusive so that the women can be?
Now, don't get me wrong, because I know the freaking extremists are going to come out of the woodworks when I'm telling you guys this. Not saying you can't say nice things to your wife. Not saying you can't make her feel like she's special. Be careful of making these words infiltrate her brain. Tell her she's beautiful. Tell her how amazing she looks now that she's working out. Give her compliments based on her work. When she works on herself, comment, congratulate, encourage, lead her, but never demean yourself. Never ever demean yourself to your wife or your woman, because she will see it as you being below her. Recipe for disaster. That's what this Indian fella has been doing all his life. He's been married for over 20 years. They got married when they were very young, from back in college. So all I'm saying, gentlemen, be careful of the words you use. Don't lie to your woman. Don't lie to your wife. She look fat. Freaking tell her. Food don't taste good. Ah, babes. It's not bad, babe. But I think it could have been cooked for another 10, 15 minutes. Oh, you don't like it? No. Don't mix my words. I didn't say I didn't like it. I said it could have been cooked for another 10, 15 minutes. Okay, fine. You see, what has happened there is she's forcing you to give 100% approval, even though her work is only worth 80%. And they can live in this reality quite comfortably. They will think that they're 100%. Or do they? I personally don't think so. They're just using the manipulation technique to make sure that you continue to say yes. Yes. Approval. If you keep going down that road, she knows that she got you where she wants you. Because the more yeses you say, it's not hard for her to say, hey, honey, I want to go on a girl's trip. Yes, sure, no problem. Hey, honey, I need money. I want to buy a new car. Yes, honey, sure. It's a sales technique, my friends. If you meet a salesman, just showing you some psychological effects with sales. We are always selling to each other. But understand the sales technique so that you don't get caught with it, okay? If you go in front of any sales individual and they keep asking you little questions that obviously requires a yes, hey, is this how you spell your last name? Spell it right? Yes. This is your date of birth? It's correct? Yes. So you guys want to move sometime soon, correct? Yes. You already know, the salesman already know all of these things. But what he's doing is he's priming you for yeses. And after a whole series of yeses, your brain is conditioned to say yes. And so when it comes to finally signing on the dotted line, you've already been conditioned to say, sure, yes. The wife does the same thing. She ensures that you constantly tell her the nice things. She gets upset when you tell her something bad, and she gloats and cowers and you're so sweet, honey. Kiss him when you say all the nice things. Even though she knows it ain't so, she knows that you're primed. You're primed to be freaking nice. But she slowly loses respect, because once a woman gets control, she loses respect for you. But the level of narcissism that comes with that, man, it's unreal. And so we get to this point where we can't tell anything to any woman, especially if it's negative. Not even telling a woman to smile.
I don't know what man needs to answer this question, but how come when y'all see a woman and you see that she's not in the mood to speak to anybody, that's the best time y'all think to pursue her? If I don't look like I want to be spoken to, why are you telling me to put a smile on my face? Want me to be walking around like this?
Yeah, actually, yes. A slight smile on your face always make you actually feel better about yourself. You don't have to grin. That's a grin. You look quite creepy. I know that's what you're trying to portray. You don't have to walk around like that. But when you see other people, It's a friendly nod and a smile. That's what human beings do. We communicate with pleasantry. Practice it. No grin, just smile. You don't have to do the teeth, just a smile. And trust me, you'll get a lot better results in life. Men don't necessarily have to approach you, but what you're relating is a very good feeling about you. Why wouldn't you not want that? Opportunities will open for you, I can assure you, my friend. Black women, just smile. No grins, just smile. Acknowledge other people. You don't even have to put on makeup for that.
Husbands, never do these 10 things to your wife. Yell at her, cuss at her, dismiss her feelings, compare her to other women, ignore her emotional needs, make her feel like a burden, shut down during conflict, dismiss her physical needs, make her feel disrespected in any way at all, and treat her like your mother. Your wife should receive more respect than any other person on this entire planet. Husbands, never do these 10 things to your
Why? Why is it that none of these things are necessary? Why is it that a man should never do any of these things under no circumstance? So she is allowed to have any bad behavior, but the husband should never, ever object to anything that the wife says. That's pretty much what you're saying. Don't do any of these things because she is at the top of the food chain. So she's saying pedestalize the shit out of your wife and ultimately she will be happy. Hell no. Gentlemen, don't listen to this bullshit. If she needs a freaking cussing out every once in a while, cuss her blood clot. But it has to get to that point where she pushes you to that point. I don't like to reach that point. But my wife learned very quickly, don't push your husband to that point. But no woman is immune to any of that shit. Most of the time I will walk away. But she said, oh, don't shut down. Okay? So I could either not shut down or don't cuss her ass. Which one? Which one you want? Because one has to occur. Because I'm not going to stand in front of any woman and have some verbal gymnastics. Because men know that they'll lose that battle. See, gentlemen? This is the kind of shit that women get online. And a lot of men fall for this type of freaking content online. Here's another one giving bad advice.
The worst thing a man can say to his wife is go to work and help me to pay bills and help me to provide for our family. When a man talks like that to his wife, he destroys her emotionally, mentally, physically, and even spiritually. A woman like this becomes very ill and very sickly, and she feels such an injustice towards herself that sooner or later she will find the strength to leave a man like that, because a woman will never be happy with a man who pushes her to do his responsibility. And so a man has to understand that in order for him to be happy, because he can be happy only through his woman, he needs to take the responsibility of being a man in the house. And being a man in the house, he has to lead, provide, and protect his family. And being responsible is taking all of the financial responsibility away from his wife.
Oh, Jesus, I can't listen to any more of this shit. Oh. Oh, the soft music in the back, the soft voice. Yeah, gentlemen, men, you have to protect your wife. Go out and work your ass off. Protect and provide for her. Yes, this is what makes you a real man. Oh, and women are listening to this shit. Yeah.
We're not a man bashing show. We love our men, our black men. We love y'all. Mm-hmm. But I have to speak the truth about my situation. Mm-hmm. Sometimes the routine of a man is just to work. Yeah. Come home, shower, come down, eat the food, watch TV with the kids, and start it all over again. They're not really instilling. They're not really a part of the true day-to-day.
Did you notice how she said, just work? Now, I heard all of the rest of it, but when she said just work, a man's routine is to just work.
Whew, that one just cracked me up so much. Oh, man. Now, here's a woman who's giving the right advice right here.
Knows how to talk to a man. She'll have his ear forever, especially if she works on mastering these 3 things. Master your tone. It's not always what you say, but how you say it. Now, speak the truth, but always in love. Remember, your words can bring life or a knife. Master your timing. Timing is everything. When I'm home all day with the children, I don't start complaining as soon as my husband walks in the house. Give him a moment. Rub his shoulders. Welcome your king home. Let your home be a place that he runs to after a long day.
That's it. Simple. That's it. Men are simple creatures. Nothing else to it, ladies.
How do I gently remind my husband that he's speaking to me harshly or disrespectfully when he's snappy or in a bad mood? He knows it's an issue and is working on it, but it still really hurts when he takes his frustration out on me.
Number one, how do I gently remind my husband? If he's speaking to you harshly, it may not be a gentle reminder. It may be a, stop talking to me like that, please. It doesn't have to be a, oh, honey. Right? The second thing is speaking to me disrespectfully. Don't. I'll just say that blanketly in this room. Don't speak to your wife disrespectfully. Don't speak to your husbands disrespectfully. Even when you're disagreeing, even when you're angry, treat each other with dignity and respect.
Yeah, he has a point. No, it isn't always easy. Sometimes I explode because sometimes my wife's timing and tone is off. And even though it's repeatedly said to her, hey, don't do that shit, she don't see anything wrong with it, right? And so I have to constantly remind her that that's what she's doing. And this is just a never-ending thing. 20 years in, yeah, she still does it. But that's marriage. I don't think it will ever be so smooth that it's almost like where it's perfection. I don't think we'll ever reach that point in our relationship or any relationship. Reality of it is we are two different beings, but at least the fundamentals are established. We argue, we make up. As we get older and we get wiser and we understand each other a lot more, we know when and what to say. We know when to give each other space. We know how to have our individual lives and interests, but we know that we're always there for each other whenever the other one needs us. This is all that is required in any relationship. Nothing is perfect between a man and a woman. We are two totally different species. You know what I mean. But we just operate differently, man. Simple as that. But the idea is we can get along. So my friends, listen, I'm going to cut it off there, but I hope you got a lesson from this particular video because, gentlemen, if you want to keep your marriage, if you want to keep your relationship, the reality of it is do not make the woman lead. If you do, she will lead that relationship to its ultimate end. I can assure you of that. Because once she loses respect for you, it's all over. So, my friends, until tomorrow, remember, whenever in doubt, always ask an older man. I'll see you in the next one. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers.